Hey guys, welcome to the EECS 183 Git repository setup tutorial. We're going to start by heading to GitHub. This is my account right here. We select repositories and we select this button to our right that is green and called new in order to create a new repository. Okay, here it is. We give our project a name that doesn't already exist. We select private so that your code is not seen by other people. Always select to private so that you don't get honor coded. And then you just select this green button called Create a Repository. Okay, here it is. Awesome. We can copy this to our clipboard for future use. We will use it in a second on terminal. This is the link that will allow us to connect our local repository to this remote repository that we just created for the project. So now we're going to go over here to our terminal. And over here is my folder for the project that I created. It has the starter file in it already. And on my terminal, I have already CD'd into this project folder. So now we're on our terminal. And what we're going to do is we are going to configure our Git so that it knows who to tie this Git repository to. So we say git config -- global user.name, and then you enter your username here. In this case, it's my unique name. And now we do the same thing, but with our email. So we do git config user.email, and then you put in your umish email. Okay, so now we're going to initialize our Git repository in our file folder for this project. So we say git init. And notice here we have the folder for our Git repository pop up. Now we're going to add the remote repository. And in order to do that, we say git remote add origin. And then we paste the URL that we copied from our repository and hit enter. Sweet. Okay, so now we can check our status for our remote repository, and we can see that it is all set up and our local repository is connected to our remote one, so that is all set. So now let's check the status of our repository by typing git status, and we can see that we have two files that have not been tracked. So in order to track them and add them to our repository, we say git add, and then in this case I'm going to put a dot here, which indicates that all of the files that are not tracked, so all of the files listed in red here, will now be added to my Git repository. So I hit enter, and then I say git commit -m, indicating that we're leaving a message, and our message will be initial commit. And then we hit enter, and as this is our first push, we're going to say git push -u origin master, which now pushed all of our files that we just added and committed to our remote repository. And we can check this by saying git status, which tells us that we are up to date with our origin master and there's nothing to commit, which means we are all good. So now you are free to edit your files and then add and push as you please to this remote repository. So as an example, we open up our file and let's say I just kind of edit my code, add another cout statement saying to make it say, hey you. Sweet. Okay, so now I save that, I exit out of my file, and now let's check the status of our file. Okay, so it tells us that we have modified cookies.cpp, so we want to add this to our repository, and to do that we're going to do git add file name, and this will add our new updated file to our Git repository. Now we can do git commit once again, -m, and we'll just say update. And now we can just git push. It has been pushed, and we're going to check to make sure by typing git status, and we are all set. So that was it for our Git repository initialization tutorial. Good luck on project 1 and good luck on all the other projects. See you guys next time.